So Dave, I got a question for you over here.
Yeah.
How the f do I lose weight?
I don't even, I think your problem is that you don't eat enough. Like you eat so infrequently, but when you eat like garbage. So your metabolism shuts down all day long because you're not eating. And then when you get home, you eat a big meal and your body just stores everything. So I think you got to start eating a little bit more frequently throughout the day.
I eat all day long in the truck.
What do you eat?
Turkey salami with the roasted peppers on a potato roll.
Well, there you go.
I ate a whole bag of Kit Kats because I need the sugar, and then I whacked down a cup. Huh?
You're driving. You're not doing any exercise though, so that's why.
That's what's killing me is the driving.
You know what you need, Jimmy? You need that thing like over the top, so you can sit there as you drive. Do this.
I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
How you doing, everybody? This is Jimmy the Bull at MuscleMaster.com. I'm here today to share with you my personal power straps, how to help you become the best power bodybuilder I can possibly be. Training through injury, gaining strength, and now I'm going to share with you how you can get the extra mile in the gym, pushing and pulling and getting through the exercise. These are the best power straps you'll ever use. Go to MuscleMaster.com to get the full demonstration.
You're funny.
Like I said, do you like my tail? Like I said.
And we are back for another exciting episode of Iron Rage. And who better to rage with us today but Jimmy the Bull. Jimmy, what's going on? What's burning down over there in New York?
Well,
look, it's Mr. Rogers.
Who?
You look like Mr. Rogers coming out of his house there. What's going on?
What's going on? I'm going to give you a little glimpse of the Canadian.
This brings memories. This brings back memories of 45. I was in Nazi Germany. There was smoke in the air. As I breathed in like 5 Jewish people up my nose.
Oh, that's not nice. No, don't do that.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Okay.
Too soon.
Yeah, you got to do that towards the end of the show. All right, take a clips here.
Too soon in years. All right, what's going on now, Jimmy? Explain.
Can you see anything? Can you see something here?
It looks foggy. Yeah, it looks foggy.
I see. It looks very yellow and orange. So I'm guessing they're burning Asians.
It's it does have a yellow tint to it, right?
Yes, Asian orange.
Yeah, we might as well be in Vietnam. That's what this fucking place is, because it's a yellow, heavy smoke. You can actually smell it. It's horrible.
Look at Jimmy's Jeep. Jimmy's Jeep's looking good there.
Yeah, you like that?
Jimmy, you rent that whole house?
Yes, this whole house is mine. I pay a lot of money, probably too much.
I was going to say you're paying someone else's mortgage.
What's that say?
Marine something or another.
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, he probably got a call from Lee Priest. Oh no, you're here on the show.
Hello,
I'm here. Wasn't me calling.
You see what I got in the back of the bumper?
Marine veteran, yeah.
That's right. And I want to share my flag.
Does that mean you work at SeaWorld and you take care of all the dolphins and that?
Yes. On Sunday. And you notice my patriotic.
Oh no! You know what? Your headset's not working so good, Jim.
Oh,
you've gone.
Man. That's because I just got a phone call from somebody.
Yeah, it always screws it up every time.
Jimmy's very patriotic today. There.
He's got the Marine Corps headband on too. There.
Yeah, he's going all Semper Fi today. Look at that.
Is there some kind of holiday today?
He's going to the VA. He's dressed for the VA.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got to go to the VA. I got to leave here at 4:50. Anyway, listen.
You're right. You're right, Lee. That's exactly why he's got all the stuff out.
Can you see my flag?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're sound terrible.
Oh, motherfucker. Let me shut this off. Hold on a second.
It's all the smoke. It's affecting the signal.
I know why he likes that house, Lee. It looks like an old Italian house that they laid brick and they built the house from brick, like the people who
Look,
my grandfather built his own house.
It looks very nice,
Dave,
cozy, and
look up
comfy.
high.
Let me
The
see.
sun.
Oh, you get the flag. How'd you get the flag up there?
I sent some young guy up there. I gave him a couple of bucks.
Are you offending? Are you offending the neighborhood, Jimmy, with that flag? Are you offending people?
I wouldn't go up there.
Very smart.
I hung the leg. How about now? Sound a little better?
Worse.
Yes. You sound like a Dalek.
I'm gonna have
redo it. Whatever you got to do, redo it. Lee and I'll talk about something.
Let me get out and come back in. All right? Because I swear to God. Hold on, give me a second.
I'll kick you out.
That's the smoke.
Smoke show. Did you hear the Iron Sheik died?
I saw your post about it. Yeah. How old was he? He would have to be in his late 60s.
80s. He was in his 80s. Yeah.
Well, that's a good innings, I guess, considering all the punishment his body probably took over the years.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. He was Iranian, He really was Iranian,
For some reason, though, I thought he died a while ago.
Yeah, Brett Azar, who I've had on the TV show before, he played the Iron Sheik in that TV show, The Young Rock,
Oh, yeah.
But the Rock when he was a young kid, and it's an interesting story about how the Sheik, came about. His original name was the Great Hussein Arab. When he made his debut at the Battle Royale at Madison Square Garden in '79, that earned him a title shot against the champ at the time, who was Bob Backlund. I don't know if you remember Bob Backlund. Very popular.
That was all around the time of Andre the Giant and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then he made his return in '83. He beat Backlund in a rematch, and then Hulk Hogan, who was just coming on the scene, challenged him and wound up beating him for the first time that Hogan won
Remember the junkyard dog? He used to go in and rip the posts out,
right.
chew on the posts.
Yeah.
It's interesting
because
was it George the Animal Steel? Wasn't
yes.
it? The junkyard dog.
Yep.
Well, that's going back to the memory bank.
Yeah. What's interesting is that the Iron Sheik had this move called the camel clutch. Not to be confused with the camel crew out there in Kuwait,
or the camel toe.
Yeah, or the camel toe that a lot of women in our sport have. Supposedly, Hulk Hogan was the first person to ever break out of the camel clutch move. And after he broke out of the camel clutch, he was invited to join the camel crew, but he declined and he decided to stay in wrestling.
Have you seen everyone's talking about? It's like every page I look at now, it's like, come on, people, give it a break. What's happened to Ian's chest? What's happened to Ian's chest?
Ian Valieri, yeah.
It's like,
I don't think he ever had a big chest, right?
No, but I think he's just got a little bit of indent in the middle. And like I said to him on his thing, and I said, just go get your nerves checked out, because you can have a slight compression on those like C6, C7 that I had, and it can cause a bit of atrophy. And the thing is, you won't have any pain. You won't even know it's there until the muscle starts atrophying away. So you can get it fixed, so people calm down. It's not the end of the world. But I was thinking, though, we never heard of these things where I think over the last few months, nerve damage is the new stomach bug when it comes to bodybuilding, because that's all people talk about. Such and such legs, nerve damage, such and such back, nerve damage. And it got me thinking, Dave, should I put 2 sugars in my coffee or 1? No, what I was actually thinking was, it's probably from, in our day, and doctors, when you go to a doctor and you get a shot, it was always your shoulder or your glute. I think too many people now are shooting lats, they're shooting their arms, they're shooting their quads. And you figure, okay, you might hit a nerve which could cause damage, but then I figure maybe if you're doing it over and over, getting scar tissue could maybe push on a nerve and cause damage to the nerve. So people, stop doing stupid shots where you shouldn't be doing them. Glutes and shoulders, that's it.
Yeah, a couple of other people suggested that was why Ramy had some back issues, but I would think it would have been asymmetrical if like you hit a nerve or something like that. It's
Yeah, but
a lot of
maybe,
these guys.
well,
I think these guys just aren't training right. That's all. But I mean, Ian's chest doesn't look bad there to me.
no, it's just different
I actually
angles.
like
It's
his
like,
physique a lot. I think he's got a really good physique. I think people are way too rough on him. I think his main Jimmy, you could have a heart attack over there. What's going on?
he's getting ready for his stress test as the smoke.
I think he sounds like he's in heart failure. What's going on?
I just walked in from outside. I'm
You
sorry.
sound like you just ran a marathon or something.
Well, that sounds like me. Like four days ago, like last Saturday, Sunday, I had food poisoning and vomited, and to widen my eyes, I busted because I'm one of those violent fucking people
Yeah.
that throw up. But then, like, for some reason, the next 4 days, because I was throwing up so bad, when I went to train again, I think just from being sick, everything I did, I'm like, fucking hell, I can barely breathe. I'm like, what?
I'll tell you why I'm winded, Lee.
The smoke.
Well, besides that, ever since I started going back on the test a little bit,
Oh.
I fucking gained weight, man.
Well, I gained 9 kilos.
You're carrying around extra weight, yeah.
I gained 9 kilos.
My stomach got a little bigger. My cock. I mean, I stepped on the scale this morning. I'm 253, man.
That's too heavy for you.
I never weighed that much in my life.
It's too heavy for you.
I know because I can't breathe.
I was sick on the weekend.
When I knew you at your biggest, you were only like 225.
225, man. I don't know how the hell I'm 253,
well,
man.
You got 25 pounds of fat on your body. Is what
Hot
the
dogs.
answer is.
Hot dogs.
No, he's probably eating too much scungili.
Well, you know what I did? After I was sick on the weekend, from Monday to now,
my belly grew.
Hey, look at that.
Eating junk food and drinking too many beers.
Well, I can tell you this is true, Dave, because from Monday to now, all I've had is McDonald's, milkshakes, and Chinese. Monday night, I had Chinese. Tuesday, I woke up and it said no MSG, but I'm calling bullshit. Felt like my face was out here.
Yeah, you became Asian. I think that's what
from Monday. This could be why I'm
eyes.
breathing heavy. From Monday till today, it's Thursday morning. I've put on 8 kilos.
Oh my God, that's a lot of weight for you.
I sent Lee a nice
because I noticed it
dish.
yesterday. I was doing boxing yesterday, and I'm like,
I'm surprised you didn't go to the emergency room.
Hey,
I sent Lee a nice picture, Dave, of pasta, and it was a beautiful dish I made.
I think you sent it to me too.
I did. Agiogi,
I like when
broccoli.
Jimmy, how did you go to the grocery store yesterday at like 4 in the afternoon? And you're like the only one in there. I went to the grocery store the other day. I went to the grocery store the other day. There's like 6 people in fucking line, one checkout open. So I start eating my fucking ice creams before I go through the checkout because they're going to melt. And I'm like, oh, don't anyone else open up a checkout here? It's like, fucking hell.
I know. I was just going to say that. I sent you a beautiful dish of agiogi and broccoli, a nice healthy meal with a little liquatelli cheese.
You notice he's having broccoli. You having broccoli the day before you go get your heart test because Jimmy's like, if I eat healthy the night before, my test will come out okay.
And then you sent me back a bowl of fucking vanilla ice cream.
No, that was yogurt. I had yogurt.
Oh, that was yogurt.
I love vanilla ice cream. I love vanilla yogurt. Like I can't eat that stuff. I'm so lactose intolerant now. If I eat,
I get the lactose-free one.
Oh, they have lactose-free? I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah.
You know what? I look at those lactose-free ones, though, Lee, and they still have milk in it, and they add like the lactate enzyme, thinking that it's going to like somehow, fix the problem, and it never does. I'll eat that. I'll poop my pants. It's the worst.
So, Dave, I got a question for you over here.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I lose weight?
I don't even, I think your problem is that you don't eat enough. Like you eat so infrequently, but when you eat like garbage. So your metabolism shuts down all day long because you're not eating. And then when you get home, you eat a big meal and your body just stores everything. So I think you got to start eating a little bit more frequently throughout the day.
I eat all fucking day long in the truck.
What do you eat?
Turkey salami with the roasted peppers on a potato roll.
Well, there you go.
I ate a whole bag of Kit Kats because I need the sugar. And then I whacked down a cup. Huh?
You're driving. You're not doing any exercise though, so that's why you're fucking storing
That's what's
everything.
killing me is the drive.
You know what you need, Jimmy? You need that thing like over the top so you can sit there as you drive. Do this.
I think I got to start getting out of the truck more, man. I don't know how I gained this
when
weight.
I was a kid, I don't know if this ice cream guy came to your neighborhood. I don't think he was only in Nassau County. His name was Sheik, and Sheik weighed about 400 pounds. He had a cigar hanging out of his mouth, and he would do all the ice cream truck. He was everywhere. I don't know how this guy got everywhere. It didn't matter where you went. Fucking Sheik had that big ice cream truck there. He was so fat. And he probably lived to 100 years old, dude. This guy. That's gonna be you. We're gonna call you Sheik pretty soon. You better stop eating all that garbage.
Chick-fil-A. We're gonna call you Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but like everything is like kind of growing, not just the belly. Like the arms are filling out. Like
because you're on testosterone. That's why.
I can't believe like how everything's filling out. Like that shit's amazing. I'm not even
muscle memory. Muscle memory. That's what.
Yeah, it's like I'm not even doing that really a lot.
Well, maybe you should. Maybe if you start eating higher protein foods that with less junk, you'll grow and you'll lose body fat at the same time because you have a good metabolism.
Yeah, I do. I could get like thin like really fast, man. If I
think you're eating the wrong foods. That's all. You know.
Yeah, probably.
You know what you should get? The best thing to have in that truck. These Power Crunch. They have the high protein Power Crunch bars. The best place to buy them is Target. They for some reason sell them cheap there. They're 20 grams of protein. They taste like one of those wafer cookies.
Oh yeah, they're good. And also,
doesn't Target have the LGB clothing line?
Yeah, you can get.
You're going to buy fucking protein bars there. You're not going to go buy fucking clothing for your.
Jimmy, get 5 protein bars and the swimsuit you can tuck your cock in while you're eating them, so you'll look good.
Yeah, they have those. Yeah, they have the swimsuits with the extra penis room in there.
I don't want to support these plays. Did you see what Ford did the other day? The commercial.
No. Oh yeah, the rainbow truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's 2 trucks, Dave. They're driving along. One's dirty, and the other one's going over jumps. They're racing, and all of a sudden, this truck goes through the water. And when the water comes off the truck, it's all rainbow colors, and it's racing the other truck. There's like Dare to Be Different or something like that. Did you see the new Spider-Man universe, whatever cartoon one? The preview. In the preview, when Spider-Woman's in it now too, and they said could be trans, but above her door, it says there's a gay pride flag. It says we support trans kids and that, but they had to remove it from the movie because the movie goes to China and that, and they would ban it. So, but in the preview, they got the trans flag up saying we support trans kids in the Spider Universe fucking movie.
Well, isn't Mickey Mouse gay now? Didn't they make Mickey Mouse gay or one of the characters in there?
Ernie and Bert were gay now. Everything's fucking gay now. They're trying to say that the Spider-Woman is trans because of the color combination of pink and blue.
Well, listen, I definitely have to get out of New York because recently the mayor of New York made an announcement on TV. I don't know if anybody heard this. So he said he came on TV
having people come live in your house and charge rent.
Yeah. He said help us out because to help New York spending too much money. If you people would, appreciate it if you would have some of these illegal immigrants move in your house.
Yeah.
Is this guy for real or what, man?
Look at me. I'm in Australia and I'm up on all the news, Jimmy. I'm there with you. I saw it.
Yeah, you are. It's amazing. So I was in King Cullen.
Open it up and he'll pay you. We have 3.2 billion in the budget. Why should it go to big corporations when it could go to people in New York so they can house these illegal people in their homes? We could be paying them $125 a day or whatever.
So I was in King Cullen, and this guy, I don't know if he's out of his fucking mind, he told me he's a retired CIA guy or something. I think he's delusional because everybody that works at Mike King Cullen over here has got some kind of a mental issue. Okay.
They employ the like Down syndrome people and stuff like that.
No, it's not Down syndrome. These people are literally insane. Okay. Oh. I told you about the guy when somebody dropped something on the floor and he was just going ape shit on the floor, and I was trying to help him and he attacked me almost. And the guy was about 80 pounds with glasses, and he was like, he was yelling at me, get away from me, get it. I said, yeah. I said, but you're picking them up one at a time. I said, you need a shovel in it, And anyway, I left him alone. So anyway, this guy here, he told me he's retired CIA. Okay. So I told him what the mayor's doing, that he wants the illegal. He said he'll only take in the 18, 20-year-old girls. That's all he'll do. He said he'll help out. I
Well,
I
Jimmy,
said I should have known better than to fucking tell you about this story, because this guy's always got some kind of wacky shit he's got to tell me. There's something wrong with him. He starts
Well,
going
you
into
could-
CIA, Secret Service. He told me he was in Russia. He could speak 9 languages. I
You
said,
got
give
a
me a little
spare-
Russian. He says
you
you
got a
can't do that
spare
anymore.
room. You got a spare room, Jimmy, and you got your Jeep out front. So Mexicans, they can, you know, you could probably board at least 8 in the Jeep and 20 in one of your rooms. $1.25, $125 per person a day. I think we got some money going here, Jimmy. And while you got them there, you can have them working, filling orders for your straps and T-shirts, and you can have them making stuff.
I know, yeah.
You can come home to a fresh batch of quesadillas all made up when you get off work. And
Yeah, I like the way you think, Lee. You're right on top of shit, you know?
when you're feeling tired, take one to work. He can help drive the truck.
Did you see the sun they sent you this morning?
Yeah, nice and orange.
Did that look normal to you?
No, it looked like a red dot you put on the screen. It almost looked fake.
Right? It looked fake. Now, when I did that to you, the sun was coming up by you and the moon was up at the same time over there in
Yeah,
Australia.
the moon was here and the sun was there. You could draw a line between them.
Right. So I don't understand.
You should
Yep, we
be
lost
able
him again.
to,
Fucking phone calls, man.
NASA's calling.
I gotta fucking stop these phone calls.
Who's calling you? That's what I wanted.
That was my
the
train,
phone
my-
never rings.
It's always when I get on the show. I don't.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
Not here no more. I got
That's
rid
the
of him.
CIA.
All right, I want to bring up a topic for you guys. Lionel Messi, who's supposed to be the greatest
Yep,
soccer
the
player in the
fucker,
world, right
yes.
now. He was
He left his team and went to another team.
he's going to Miami. He's going to be playing in the United States now.
He shouldn't be going to Miami. Boycotted. That's a very racist.
Oh, I know that guy.
He could be attacked.
He just won a World Cup. I'm a big Pele fan, so my son's always telling me about Messi and Ronaldo, and I guess all the young kids today. They who's better, Messi or Ronaldo? So Messi was offered $200 million by some Saudi Arabian team, and he turned it down to come to the United States because he wanted to come to the U.S. to play for Miami. Now Miami's not giving him $200 million a year. You got to be out of your fuck. All you got to do is play for them for 1 year. $200 million.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
shows you the money he has,
Is
though.
that the guy they wouldn't let him in the country because he wouldn't take the COVID shot? Or was that somebody else?
No.
Player? That was
No,
the
that
tennis
was
guy, right?
Yeah.
That's
that
probably a
was
tennis player, was it?
He looks just like that tennis guy though. The one that didn't want to take the.
Now this
vaccine.
guy, this guy's the greatest right now, the greatest soccer player in the world.
Fancy wanting to go to a systemically racist country. Who'd want to do that? He could be killed, especially Florida.
Well,
You know
the
how-
funny thing is, he's I think he's Portuguese. He wanted to play for Portugal, but Portugal has no money, evidently.
But
The team's
imagine-
completely bankrupt.
Imagine the money he has, though, to be able to say no to $200 million.
That's my point. I mean, it's pretty hard to say. And they would treat him like a king if he went there too. He would have a palace to his own.
Well, $200 million. Do the Saudis want to give me $2 million? So that's a saving of $198 million for just me to play, and it'll be entertainment.
How come the Saudis
yeah.
won't bring you over there to compete? Like if the Saudis said, "Hey Lee, we're gonna pay you $5 million. You got to do we're gonna like pump you full of drugs, and we want you to do the
I
Olympics."
don't get flown anywhere, Dave. I see older retired bodybuilders older than me get flown places, and that I'm thinking, I got more fans than that. I got more fans than these.
You do have a lot of fans, but
Maybe I'm just too polarizing for them to associate themselves with me.
Well, the fans love you, but it's the people, the establishment that doesn't like you because that's who you always go after. Then there's another story.
We love you, Lee. Don't worry.
Yeah,
That's
we
all
love
that
you.
matters.
Thank you, Jimmy.
And there's another story in the news about soccer that Lee made me aware of. I didn't even
Fuck
know
the
this.
money.
Yeah,
But-
did you know in
You
three and a half weeks, Jimmy, I'm going to be 51. Are you coming out for my birthday or what?
Oh my God. Yeah, but I got to take the shot if I come there.
No, you don't have to take it now. You don't need it.
Oh, you don't need the shot? I thought you need the shot to get in Australia.
No, not anymore.
When
No.
you leave Australia, you need the shot, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're open now. We're open like the fucking Rio Grande. Just come across, Jimmy. Come across. Open arms.
Yeah, like the border here in America. Fucking unbelievable.
That border's open like Kamala's legs when she's trying to get ahead and move up into politics.
All right, look, let me tell this story here. So supposedly, Lee pointed it out to me. The current U.S. Women's World Cup soccer team was challenged to a game, I think, by a men's team. Supposedly, these were a retired professional men's soccer team. And, just to see how they can do.
Again, the step through the shot. Another shot. Game over. Sayward FC as Brendan Lambie scores the game winner.
Right, well, anyway, so the men beat them 24-1. Now in soccer, most soccer scores are like 2-1, 3-1, 4-2.
Sometimes nil.
It's very hard to score a goal, in soccer, especially the field is really big. These guys scored 24 goals, and the women only scored 1.
It's like
what
they were
does that
just
tell you?
playing with them.
Yeah,
it tells you that women's sports suck. No one watches it. That's why.
No,
they get paid.
You
I like volleyball.
No, people like women's sports. It's just showing you that there's a very big
gap,
distance between the men and women, and
who likes women's sports? Apart from the butch
trans
lesbians.
women, even if they're on hormone blockers, it's not fair to let men play with the women because we're just better, in terms of physicality.
Well, was that for fun or was that an actual game?
No, it was fun. It was a goofball.
That's a game, but for fun.
Did you see that video where the woman boxer was in the corner and she was jumping around and the place was all crowded and she says, "I'm one bell away from being a heavyweight champ, in the women's division, right?" And they had like a transgender guy on the other side of the ring, but he had his back to her and he had long black hair. And he turned around. It was Mike Tyson with the gold tooth.
Oh, was it really? Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
And then he kind of like diddy bopped over and they gave him a right fucking hook. Took her right out.
That's awesome.
I laughed so fucking hard, man. Oh, that was good.
But there was another one. They had this female boxer. I forget her name. I think she was a dark lady, but she was meant to be like the Ali of women's boxing. They got this guy. He's an Australian. He's like a boxer, Muay Thai thing like this, not even really ranked. And they had him fight this woman who's meant to be like the Ali of women's thing. She was more technical, but he still knocked her out, and he wasn't even a real ranked fighter.
Oh my God. Well, like Dave said, man, that's bullshit. Mixing the women and men.
But if they didn't have women's sports, the lesbians would have nothing to watch. So.
Oh, that's not true.
Well, who else is watching it? You don't watch women's sports.
You know what? Women's soccer is kind of cool. I don't watch any other women's sports, and women's track and field I like to watch too. But you know what? I don't want to see men competing with the women because it ruins the whole.
Of course it does. It's bullshit.
Ridiculous. Bullshit.
It's retarded. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, this whole world's going up to shit, man. It's just fucking disgusting.
Thank God my kids are young still. But if I was out in the field and I saw like some like boy playing with the girls and like just knocking them over and scoring goals, and I'd want to take the kid, drag him off the field. It's just not fair.
I definitely.
What I hate is too when the women hijack men's sports here in Australia, the men's cricket, the men's rugby, everything. We've got to all have our pink days for their cunt cancer and tit cancer because they can't raise money with their sports because no one's watching it. So they got to hijack the men's sport. Men get prostate cancer, testicular cancer. You women, if you want to raise money for your cancers, go do it with your own sports. Leave the men's sports alone.
Lee, you're brutal today, man. Holy
yeah, he really is, man.
I just haven't got time for it.
Fever.
I'm drinking my orange juice.
You must got a little vodka in there, some Tito's or something.
It's only 6 a.m. It's too early, Jimmy. Too early.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, Jimmy, I was getting sad all last week because every time I went on Facebook, it's bringing up the memories of Jimmy and I at Venice Beach at Hollywood. Jimmy and I on the big warship. That was like a year ago. I'm thinking, my God.
Wow.
I can't believe it was a fucking year ago already.
I know.
You better cherish those pictures, Lee. There'll never be another set of them. So.
No, I'm going back east in October 7th. I'm going to be at a poll on Jim and that. So I'm going to go hang out with Jimmy for a while when I'm back east.
Wait, where are you going? What gym?
A poll on Jim.
Oh, Pollen. They're bringing you in?
Yeah, for the superstar seminar. I'm the number one card.
Is it Rob Samborski bringing you in?
Yeah, and Branch will be there and Guy Sistanino, but the big name coming is Lee.
Wow. Well, that's an expense. You know, first of all, I'm friends with Rob. Rob is a great guy, and he doesn't spare any expense. So, you know, only he would do that. I mean, because it's very expensive to bring Lee Priest in, obviously. You know,
haven't you seen the 2 podcasts I've done with him, and the other one I did with him and Carolina on men and sex and different topics in bodybuilding?
Oh no, I didn't see those.
It's a doozy.
I don't even watch our shows. I don't have time.
Oh, I was watching your show yesterday. I was getting confused.
So I got to say something, Lee.
There were so many people on your show yesterday, and poor Armand was half asleep. He was taking a nap.
Yeah, you know, I got a lot of texts
people left me. I had to bring him back. I had to wake him up a little bit and talk to him. You know,
I got a lot of texts from people talking about, am I going to be, you know, in the Poly and Gym with Lee? And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Yeah,
well, now you know.
I totally forgot, you know, that I thought that got canceled. That trip.
No. Jimmy's got to have to come.
Now you're going to have to come because he's going to be right there in your backyard, essentially.
Yeah, and then I might go spend a few days with Jimmy, and we'll go to his Italian restaurants. We'll go look around.
That would be good. Hey, you know what? I'll get Sid to film you guys.
Yeah, we'll go visit Jimmy's mother and say hello, and we'll hang out. And
I'll set up the room over here for you. I got the mattress coming, everything for you.
As long as you don't get too
Unless you
drunk
want to sleep with me, I got a king bed. You could just sleep with me.
No, you know what'll happen, Lee? You'll call him up. You'll be like, Jimmy, I'm heading over to your house. He'll be like, I'm in Florida.
No, the thing is, I'll stay at Jimmy's house.
I'm not gonna go in October.
I'll stay at Jimmy's house.
Tell me to move for 6 years now. Now you come visit me?
I'll be staying at Jimmy's house. Jimmy will forget I'm there and come out with the gun and shoot me. Oh, fuck, it's Lee.
No, that'd be cool.
Oh, sorry, Lee, I forgot you're staying.
We could go hit a couple of Italian restaurants that I go to. I know everybody there. We could eat, have a glass of wine, hang out.
Jimmy, you know what? Also, you could bring Lee to Planet, wherever you, LA Fitness when you work out. Maybe you can get some gym credibility if you bring Lee Priest with you down there.
Oh, thanks.
Can I be like, take your friend to work day? I can go with.
First of all, that fucking gym I go to is fucking romper room. All right, they probably
I know, but they might like Lee, you know.
Well, maybe they like the way he looks, but they're not gonna know who he is.
Can you take me to work, Jimmy? Can I come?
Everyone knows Lee.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could come to work. Yeah.
We'll go. So we can call up Dave. We can do the show from the truck. Jimmy and I in the truck going, this fucking truck sucks. Bouncing up and down.
Yeah, go upstate. We go shoot the Bronx. You
you go in that truck, you might have to change a couple spare tires. It might not be so fun games. I got news for you.
Now, can you imagine the day I go in the truck will be the day it crashes and Jimmy and Lee killed in truck accident?
Oh, that would be shitty.
That would be horrible.
I'll take it easy if you come with me. I'll take it easy because I usually fucking haul ass down through the Bronx. I don't slow down at all.
Well, you know what you should do. You know what you should do, Jimmy? Seriously. What you should do is when you drive in upstate, with Lee in the truck, you got to stop at Valentino's or at least meet him off the Parkway someplace because you're essentially passing his house.
No, where the hell is he? He's in Westchester.
No, but he's all the way up Westchester. He's like way up there.
I got to find out where he is.
I guarantee you're probably not going to be. You probably pass within a couple miles of his house. I bet.
Who am I going to see?
Valentino.
Yes. We can go have a look at his garage sale.
You can drop Lee off there and then pick him up on the way back, and Lee can have dinner.
See what garden gnomes we can find, and
no, we can finally look under that fucking table and see what else he's got under that fucking table.
See if his girlfriend's still alive in that bed where she's buried.
You might find the answer to whether the Earth is flat or not.
No, I think we're gonna find Jimmy fucking Hoffa. That's what we're gonna find.
He's probably got his girlfriend up in the window like Norman Bates' mom for fucking 10 years.
She's
not even alive. Yeah, right. Yeah, that'd be fun, man. We could go up through the mountains up there and everything, you know. That'd be a lot of fun, man. Come down through the Bronx.
Through the Catskills. through the Catskills, the
True,
Appalachians.
true to Catskills. Yeah, true to
I
Catskills.
do. I go true to Catskills. I go some part of it. Yeah.
I just heard
Do
that
you
on
really?
a movie. I just heard that on a movie, so I just said that.
Oh, you did. Well, it is
I want
true.
to. I just want to give a quick shout out to S Force Watches for sending me
Hey,
two
so
new
let's see that
watches.
watch. Let's see that watch.
That's this one.
Nice.
And then they sent me the black face carbon one, and they also
Wow.
sent me this nice chain as well.
Oh, that's cool.
You're lucky. You're lucky you have a big wrist and everything like that. It looks good on you.
So thank you, S Force. They only asked me the other day, did I need a couple? I said yes. And like within 2 days, I'm getting the delivery at the door. That's pretty.
Lee, you know what? Asking you if you need a new toy is like asking my son if he needs a new toy. Of course, you're going to say yes. You love those things.
That's
And
some
if
watch.
anyone
Let me
thinks-
see that watch, Lee, on your wrist.
I guarantee you, Jimmy,
Wow, look at
if you
that.
sold, if you went through Lee's closet, he probably has so many like high end, like little gifts that people have sent him over the years. He could probably Valentino's girlfriend there would make $1 million selling all.
Look
these
at
stuff.
this. Look at this gift. Look at this gift.
Oh, I got one. I got one too, right here.
Ah,
That's cool, man. Where the hell is mine? I don't even have one.
do you need me to send you some, Jimmy?
Yeah, please send me the pair.
I'll send you a video on how.
No,
to use them too.
I want a real 8x10 from you and Dave.
I'll get you one, Jimmy. Here. Here's one for you. Where'd he go? Here's an 8x10, Jimmy. Here's an 8x10.
Ah.
Yeah, so I want your Superman cape, Lee. I want to hang the Superman.
What
cape
happened
up.
to Owen? Your audio went to crap again.
Oh, come on!
Because every time you get a call, it screws it up.
I don't know these fucking people. I don't even know who they are. They're calling me these fucking son of a bitches.
Hey, Jimmy, here's a photo for you, Jimmy. Look, here's a photo.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, you got to send me one.
All right, come back in. I had to kick him. I can't hear the audio.
Poor Jimmy.
While he's coming back in, getting back to the Ian Valliere thing we were talking about. I really like Ian Valliere's physique, and you know what? I think people are very harsh on him. I think his problem is that he gets very nervous, and I've interviewed him before about this. He has a lot of nerves related to competing. I don't know why. You would think at this point in time he wouldn't give a shit anymore, but he gets very worked up, and I think it ruins his. Because you look at his physique, a week out, 2 weeks out, he looks like he could win the Arnold Classic, but he gets very nervous and on stage, and his posing is tentative, and he I think when you get nervous, you know what happens. All those cortisol hormones get released.
Yeah, it's so funny because you could be like the day or two before, you could have veins everywhere. You get backstage and get nervous. You're like, where the fucking all the veins gone? It's like they're just gone. You could
eat a fucking box of cereal. You wouldn't fill up if you're nervous.
Yeah, but I think people now, it's like I said before we started recording, everyone's just looking for shit. Oh, there's nerve damage in someone's legs, nerve damage in someone's lats. Now it's Ian's chest nerve damage. It's like this.
He doesn't have any nerve damage in his chest. He doesn't have any nerve damage in his chest.
Like I said, he might have a little bit. You can have, like I said, with neck, it causes atrophy. You don't even know you got it. So if he gets a couple of good massages and whatever and hangs upside down in one of those vertical things, you'll be right. That's my recommendations. He's
just got really big delts and they overshadow his pecs.
No, but everyone's just so nitpicky. Everyone's just so nitpicky. Oh, you know what it was? His hair, that little bit of hair hanging to the left, that just threw his symmetry off. It's like if he had just parted his hair the other way, it would have balanced him out.
You know what though? The more people pick on him, the worse it gets for him.
Hey,
so
he won the show, so people shut the fuck up. What are you doing? No.
That was fucking Camp Lejeune. The fucking lawyers, they keep calling me for the poison water. I says, I'm getting poisoned over here. I don't gotta fucking have no lawyer for. So anyway, they call me up. They call me. So I finally answered the other day. I said, let me answer this phone because they're trying to get me. They want me, they want to take me on for the Camp Lejeune. Right, so I answered the phone.
Explain. Camp Lejeune was where all these people were stationed. They had poison water there, so there's a class action lawsuit. I think Amanda's dad is actually involved in it because he was there too.
Yeah, it was in North Carolina. It was a Marine Corps base, Camp Lejeune. So from the year, I don't know, it was like the late 50s to like 82 or something. If you were there, they have this giant lawsuit going on, and everybody's entitled to some money, right? Which me, I was there in the 70s. So anyway, they're constantly calling me night, day, night. So I finally said, let me answer the phone. I answered the phone. The lady gets on. She goes, "Hi, James Belushi there?" I said, "Yes." Normally I don't say yes. I said, "Who the fuck is this?" But this time I said, you know.
Yeah.
So she called me. I answered. So anyway, I said, "Yeah, this is James Belushi." She goes, "Yeah, I'm calling up. This is do you have an attorney?" I said, "No, I don't have an attorney at the time." Oh, she says, "Well, we're calling up for the Camp Lejeune, the contaminated water. You know, there's a big settlement." She says, are you interested?" I said, "Well, yeah, I am." I said, "You know what? I haven't really been answering the phone with this." I said, "But you know what? I think I have memory loss. I have neurological problems. You know, I get a lot of diarrhea." I says, "You know, I have all kinds of fucking issues. Sometimes my left eye twitches." I said, I got a humming in my right ear." She said, "Well," she said, "you got to get a doctor." I said, "I got a doctor." I said, "Matter of fact, my doctor works for the VA." She says, "Oh, that's great." She goes, let me look up your records. Hold on." She said, and she said, "Wow, I'm waiting for a minute." I said, "All right, fuck it. Maybe I can get 50,000, 60,000.
Yeah.
Great, right?"
Yeah.
She comes back on the phone. She goes, "James?" I said, "Yeah.
$1.50.
I'm sorry." She goes, we're not taking on any more clients." I said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You guys call me night and day and night, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 2 in the morning. When I'm in a truck, when I'm doing, now you're telling me you don't take any more, you're not taking any more claims? So when is it over?" She goes, "I'm very sorry, Jay." "You're sorry?" I said, "If you're like, what did you even call me for? If
Yeah, why did she call you?
Why did you even bother?" I said, "You knew that day I couldn't get a claim. You call me up, you put me through all this shit, and you get me all hyped up anytime you can. You don't take a claim anymore." She goes,
You know
"I
what it was,
apologize." I said,
Jimmy?
"You apologize?" "Yeah, I apologize too." And I fucking hung up on her. Now they just
Why
called
did
me
they
again.
call you then?
You know what it was, Jimmy? They've only got so much budget to be spread out for all the people. When she said, "I'll go look at your records," she went to look at your records and how many times you've been to the VA. They said, "We can't fucking afford this." So they had to cut Jimmy off.
No, it really pissed me.
Lee, I think it's that he's on one of those lists. Like they check the list of like, do not involve this person in the lawsuit. They're out of their mind. Collect you up. No, sorry, we can't help you.
Uh-huh.
Man, they've been calling me like for months, man.
That is
months.
kind of weird. That is weird that she called you to be in the lawsuit. You give her your name, and then she's like, "Oh, sorry, we don't take any more claims."
Yeah, I can't understand this. So now, I was just talking to you guys now. I just got another call, and then when you bumped me off the show, I checked the number, and there was a message on here. The lawyers from Camp Lejeune again.
Well, maybe they changed their mind.
So I don't, you know, the last lady said I need a doctor's note. I said, "Yes, no problem. I get a fucking doctor's note." And I said, "I got a ringing in my ear." I said, I go blind once in a while. I says, "I got all kind of neurological fucking problems." I says, "You know, I got bad memory loss." I said,
Lee,
"You know."
As he's saying this,
I got a number here, Jimmy. Hold on. Mayor Adams, give me this number. It's 1-800-ADOPT a Puerto Rican. Now you can just take him in. I got his number.
Shit.
Mayor Adams.
I fucking had it. They just called me again. How's my audio?
Go take the call. I know you got to go to the VA.
I got to go to the VA now anyway. So I got to go. I got to go get my fucking heart checked out. I'm probably gonna get a fucking heart attack on the fucking train.
Don't have a heart attack. Let us know later.
Don't breathe in the smoke.
All right. Love yous. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Jimmy.
He's gone.
That sucks that they call you up and they go, "Wait a minute, let me check." Nope, you can't be involved.
You know what? He really does have
list. There's a
he
flag
really
list.
does have some bad luck sometimes, I have to say, because people torture him. He's always being tortured by these administrative people. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose to irritate him. I don't know why.
We're gonna help 1 million people. Oh, you came in 1,000,001. We're sorry.
Yeah.
You're at the cutoff.
You remember the story he told about when they had put the wheel lock on his car, and it was like pouring rain, and he worked the whole day, and he had to try to get his car out of it was locked, and they wouldn't. He had some check, and they wouldn't take the check or something. He couldn't get the car out. He had to come back. He had to call someone. He had to come back the next day. And
I remember one thing with him I think it was that one because it all started wasn't the big ordeal with the check. They wouldn't take the check or something, and then there was something like
yeah, but he was like really far from his house, and it's like you know, you work the whole day, and he was like starving. He hadn't eaten for like 8 hours. and
There's
he wanted
nothing
to just
worse
go
than
home
you're
and eat.
starving.
And he had I think he had a sandwich with him, and it was it was raining so bad the sandwich got completely saturated while he was talking to the lady trying to get his car out of the wheel lock, and then he couldn't even eat anything, and then she made him leave and come back the next day.
I had this though. I got mad. It's like I snapped. It wasn't a roid rage, but after being sick, McDonald's has brought out this new birthday cake, iced latte thing. You know, looks like the
Right.
Frappuccino. It's in the nice plastic thing, birthday cake sprinkles and the cream on top.
Yeah.
So on Sunday afternoon, I'm starting to feel a bit better. I'm like, oh, go to McDonald's. Okay. Oh, that looks good. I say, can I get the iced latte or whatever it is, Frappuccino? I pull up at the window. She hands me a cappuccino, a hot cappuccino. I said, I don't want that. I said, I want the
birthday cake
one, latte one. Oh, goes away, comes back, hands me a hot latte. I said, I want the one in the picture in the clear thing with the dome on top and the whipped cream and that. Oh, we're not doing that. I said, well, fuck it and fuck you. And I drove off. And I even paid for it, and I drove off out of sight.
Wow.
Said,
That was a Jimmy. You pulled a Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah. And I told that 16-year-old at the window, Dave, I told her.
Oh, yeah. She probably drank them when you paid for it. Now, the funny thing is, I say, you know what? In New York or in Florida, whatever, you get what you expect at McDonald's. They don't pay the people enough. But in Australia, they pay the people in restaurants a lot of money. What do you think a McDonald's worker makes there an hour?
I know when my daughter worked there and she was 15, so that's going back. But that's going back 15 years. I think the minimum wage then was like 17 something an hour.
Wow. It's got to be $25 an hour there then.
Easy. Yeah, that's actually the minimum wage is going up 7.something% here in July.
So, I mean,
so, yeah,
they make good money working
good.
at McDonald's there. So you better fucking, if you're going to work at McDonald's, you better fucking know how to make a latte.
Well, that's why service here sucks a lot, because in America, you know, they rely on tips. So is everything okay? Can I fill this up? Here in Australia, they're like, here's your fucking meal. See you later.
Yeah, I was in Australia for the first time, and I went to a restaurant, and I got the bill, which seemed a little high, but I'm like, whatever. And I gave her a tip, my normal 20%, 25% tip. Mm-hmm. This woman, I thought she was going to ask me to like go home with her. She was like so excited that I gave her a tip, and I was like, what I do wrong? And I was there with I told an Australian person this after. They're like, you don't tip in Australia. I'm like, you don't? Like, no, they pay the waiters and waitresses like $25 an hour. I'm like, they do? Holy shit! No wonder why this woman was so excited.
And then if you work on weekends or whatever stuff like that, you get more money.
That's crazy.
Like double time and a half on weekends or holidays and stuff. So
how do these places stay in business, Lee? They must have to charge a lot more.
You see the chart prices they charge.
That's true. Yeah, McDonald's is like $40 to have a meal there.
I know. That's why I don't get it. Like, just the average wages here is crazy. But yet, when I was in America last, this is what I hate now. Everything's like, even when you go, I was in the supermarket thing at the hotel, so I'm just getting some groceries, eggs and bread and that. And she goes, that'll be such and such. I scan. She goes, just answered a couple of questions there. And I'm like, I'm at the checkout. I'm like, do you want to leave a tip? $2, $5, $10. I'm like, no. I'm thinking, why the fuck am I tipping you? I walked around the store.
And you feel guilty, right? Nothing, right?
Yeah, I do. I just do nothing because I'm thinking, well, I got my groceries. I brought them over here. You rang them up and I'm going to tip you for that. It's like when you go to a buffet and they want a tip. It's like, I got my food. What did you do? You didn't do anything. I'm like, there's just some things.
At least at a buffet, they clear the table sometimes. You know, they'll come and clear the food off the table.
Maybe if you're lucky.
Yeah. When I go for pickup, like I'll order sushi, like for the kids and stuff like that. I'll go pick it up, and they'll be like, tip, and I'm like, I put $0. I'm tipping you. I just picked up the food. You didn't do anything for me.
I know. And I don't get it. It's like if they're doing stuff and you got good service, you know, someone's a Kenny, they keep coming back and filling your cup up. Yeah, I don't mind. But when sometimes too now, I like how they even include the tip in the bill. And if you don't notice it, they want another tip on top of that. It's like, I got a tip for you. Get a job that pays you better. I'm not your fucking boss.
Yeah, well, there's some restaurants where they automatically, like you said, add the tip in, and I'm like, well, like, you know, I'm like, you kind of screwed yourself because you just put an 18% tip. I would have given you 25%, but.
And then I heard too, is it true? I heard some places like when they get their tips, the restaurant takes it and takes a little bit of their tip and only gives them back a certain percentage?
Who knows?
I've
Probably
heard that from different restaurant
you know
chains
why?
who do
Because
that.
if someone charges a tip on the credit card, the restaurant has to pay the 3% or whatever it is. So they're probably taking that out because otherwise they'll lose money on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the only thing I can think of. But
all
all right, well,
crazy.
let's wrap today up. And I can't
What is
believe we're in
today?
June.
Today's the 8th of June. Yeah.
7th, yeah. But I'm shocked that it's already June. It's like
Yeah.
where the heck did this year go?
I hate June because June 30th, June is tax month. End of tax year. We got all the effie end of year sales in Australia. End of year tax.
Do you actually pay taxes, or do you owe the government?
Yeah, but I got a good accountant where I claim everything. So by the end of it, taxable salary not really taxable.
When you get paid from out of the country, like other companies pay you, do you have to pay taxes on that money?
Yeah, because I put it in my account, so I have to declare what I get put into the account. But then I'll be like, this much for office supplies, this much for car, shoes. Because when your body's a living, I'll even put down healthy food. They're like, well, what's that for? I said, had to do photo shoots, had to look a certain way, so I had to eat this food. Yeah. What's this here for? Every week, $40 for a haircut. Well, I got to look a certain way for podcasts, don't I?
No, it's true. And you know what? And for the women can really, breast implants are really a write-off in a sense too.
And transsexual men now too, please, Dave.
That's right. There you go. That's right.
And now that I'm transitioning, I can claim all my makeup and my dresses and my stilettos. And so I think in Australia, if you make less than 23,600, you don't get taxed. So I try and bring all my expenses down to 23.
Right. Well, look, that's why you have to have your own corporation. And then
that's why you have a good accountant. And then the tax people must go, God, this guy's a shitty businessman. He's not making much money every year. Like these non-profit organizations, the people that run them are bloody millionaires. I'm like, how does that happen?
Well, I think Amazon paid no taxes last year or something like that, right?
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, you can't blame them. I know they tried to do the same with Trump. Kerry Packer, they tried to do the same here. And it's like, hey, I'm just using the tax laws that you have, so don't get mad at me if I can avoid taxes. If you've got a good accountant, because Kerry Packer, a famous Australian businessman, said, if you're paying taxes, you're a bloody idiot. Get a better accountant.
Yeah, you got to give the government something. If you don't give them a little bit, then they come.
Well, the thing is, though, I wouldn't mind giving them something if they spent it on good stuff like the homeless, the vets, medical and shit. Yeah. But when you see them just doing that wasteful spending, that gets on my goat. Or you'll see, like in Australia or in America, the homeless, but then they'll go, oh, Ukraine needs $300 million. Send it to them. I'm thinking, you got people on the streets at home. Fix them up first. Yeah. It's like, I'm all for helping the world, but fix your own backyard before you go play world police. Come on.
Amen. I agree to that. And on that very, very wise word of wisdom, which no one will ever listen to, of course, we're going to wrap up today here at Iron Rage.
Be careful of the smoke if you're outside. Breathe. Yeah. Why is there no warning?
Inhaling Agent Orange on his way.
Well, it's like someone was saying, though. It's like with COVID, you couldn't see it. You didn't know, but the news said, wear masks, wear masks. Now you got this freaking poisonous smoke in the air, and everyone's just walking around like, oh, beautiful day.
It's way easier to infect people through the air than it is through like having to person-to-person contact. I guess they figure that.
I know, but you think they'd have a mask warning now for the smoke and all the crap in the air, but no.
I'm sure there's some people walking around out there with gas masks on them. There's always like those doomsday people.
Hey, well, you could have the latest doomsday was the nuclear reactor. Remember, because the dam in Ukraine has been blown open, and that dam is the water from the dam is what cools the nuclear reactor. Now all the water's getting out. It's going to be a big thing, Dave.
Unbelievable.
I just started watching. I got to ask you before you go. I just saw the preview for that new, like, Walking Dead one in New York with Negan and the other girl. It looks pretty good.
You know what? I used to watch Walking Dead, and then
so did I, and I lost interest. But this one looks good. This one's like Negan and her in New York, like a whole spin-off series. It looks pretty good.
I might watch. You know what? I'm into. I'll tell you what I just started watching. Manifest. Have you seen that?
Yes, I'm actually up to like season There's like 8, I think. I'm up to season 4 or 5.
No, I think there's 4 seasons of it, isn't there?
I think there's more than that because
No,
it's like the plane, isn't it? And the plane has mysterious stuff and the passengers and that.
I don't want to know anything. I'm like,
no, it's pretty good.
I'm only on a couple episodes. Don't tell me anything.
No, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm watching that simultaneously with the other one.
I'm watching Silo. Are you watching Silo?
Yes, I watch Silo, and I also watch. What's that other one I'm watching? There's so many new series I'm watching.
Did you watch? Everyone says that Succession's really good, even though it's finished up now. I think everyone said that was really good.
What was that? What was that one about again?
I think it's about just corporate America.
No, I haven't seen that. No, I'm watching Silo, and there's another one I'm watching. I can't remember. Oh,
are you watching From? Have you seen From?
No.
It's pretty
What's
good.
that about?
It's like this town. People come to this town, they can't get out. They try and leave, and it just keeps looping around.
Oh, I like those freaky ones. Yeah.
At nighttime, these people come out and they look normal, but if you go outside or let them in, they're like, bah! And the demon teeth come out, and it's called From. It's pretty good.
It's called Alien. Everything was taken from Alien. Well, if you guys have any suggestions for TV shows, Lee and I are always open to them. But for now, my children are slamming the door. They're sliding stuff under the door.
School holidays, don't you love it?
Yeah. Well, holidays. The school year is over. This is a very big holiday, so we got to get them. We got to get them into camp as soon as possible. So, all right. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back again next week with another installment of Iron.